There's a moment that feels almost electric, the moment when the phone lights up, and there it is. His name. The one you thought you had finally moved past. The one who made you question yourself. And now, out of nowhere, he has reached out. A simple message, maybe a hey, maybe something longer. But no matter the words, it pulls at your heart. It makes you wonder if maybe, just maybe, things could be different this time. But stop. Before you reply, you need to hear this. The bridges you burned light the way forward. Not every hand that reaches out is a hand you should hold again. Sometimes a message from him isn't an invitation to love. It's a test to see if you have truly remembered who you are. Right now your heart might be whispering old hopes. You might remember the laughs, the promises, the way he once made you feel seen. But queens, memory is a soft liar. It forgets the nights you cried yourself to sleep. It forgets the moments you sat in silence, feeling invisible while loving a man who didn't know how to cherish you. Imagine a garden. If a man neglects a garden long enough, the flowers wither, the colors fade. And when he finally returns, he expects to see the same beauty he abandoned. But a wise woman knows, a garden that is left unattended does not wait for the gardener to return. It grows wild. It becomes a forest. It becomes something untouchable. This is not just a message. This is not just a second chance. This is a moment where you choose. Do you step backward into pain, or do you step forward into power? Dear, beautiful soul, you are not the woman who waits by the door anymore. You are not the woman who hopes for scraps of attention. You are the woman who learned how to bloom without the sunlight he refused to give. You are the woman who no longer questions if she is enough. Lovely woman, this is your reminder. A true queen does not lower her crown to answer every call. She knows the difference between a man who sees her worth and a man who only misses the power she carried. Before you type a word, remember this. You were not created to be someone's afterthought. You were born to reign. Queens, your story does not end with his message. It begins with your decision. If these words touched something deep inside you, if they reminded you of the strength, the beauty, and the power that has always lived within you, then honor that feeling. Like this video and subscribe to the channel, because we are here, working with all our heart to bring you the truths, the healing, and the lessons you deserve. You are not alone on this journey. This is your kingdom, and we rise together. Number 1. He didn't reach out because he changed. He reached out because he felt your absence choke the air he once breathed so easily. There's a certain silence that feels louder than screams, the silence you left behind when you stopped trying, stopped chasing, stopped caring. And now, out of nowhere, he reaches out. The message you once prayed for has finally arrived, but not because he had a revelation about your worth. No, he reached out because he felt the emptiness that your absence carved into his world. When the light walks away, the darkness remembers what it lost. He didn't change. He didn't suddenly grow. He simply realized that breathing without you feels colder, heavier, emptier than he ever expected. Right now, your heart might want to believe in miracles. You might think, maybe he has learned. Maybe he has finally seen your value. But queens, be wise. A man who only feels your absence never truly valued your presence. He is not reaching for love. He is reaching for comfort, for the warmth he took for granted. Imagine a man wandering a winter field, lost, frozen, wishing he could find the fire he once ignored. That is him now, feeling the cold of a life without you. Beautiful woman, you are not here to be his shelter after the storm he chose to walk into. You are not here to soothe a man who only notices your light when he stands in the dark. You are not a second chance handed out like mercy. You are the storm itself, the rising sun after a long, endless night. Dear lady, you don't shrink back for a man who never chose you when he had the chance. You rise higher, brighter, stronger than ever before. He feels the choke of your absence, not the clarity of his own growth. And that matters, because true love does not wake up one day out of loneliness. True love never abandons you in the first place. Majestic queens, hear me. You are not waiting for his confusion to turn into clarity. You are not standing still for a man who only misses the way you made him feel. Write this in the comments and claim it. My absence is my answer. Let the world know you are done teaching your worth. And if these words opened your eyes, if they lit a fire inside you, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working tirelessly to create life-changing lessons for women like you. Women who were never meant to beg, but were born to reign. Number 2. Don't let a man who once dropped your heart like glass think he can pick up the pieces when it suits him. Have you ever seen a man fumble something precious, let it slip right through his fingers, and then try to act like it never broke? That is exactly what happens when he drops your heart like it was nothing, and later tries to walk back in as if you owe him another chance. He didn't protect it when it was whole. He didn't treasure it when it was beating for him. And now that he feels the emptiness his own hands created, he thinks he can simply sweep up the pieces and put them back together when it suits him. But listen carefully. Your heart was never a toy for him to break and fix on demand. A cracked mirror never reflects the same beauty twice. When he had your love, he treated it like an option, not a gift. And now, seeing you heal, seeing you rise without him, he feels the loss gnawing at his chest. That's not love. That's regret knocking on a door he no longer deserves to open. Imagine a priceless vase, handcrafted, delicate, irreplaceable. If someone drops it, they can never undo the crack, no matter how carefully they glue it back. The beauty is changed. The trust is altered. And the heart? The heart grows wiser. Queens, your love is that priceless vase. Once shattered by careless hands, it cannot be reclaimed by weak apologies. Dear, beautiful woman, you were never too much. He was simply too little to carry the weight of something real. You don't need to gather the broken pieces he ignored. You don't need to answer his message just because he suddenly remembered the warmth he once abandoned. Lovely woman, the crown you wear now was not handed to you. It was built from every tear you wiped on your own. And now you reign, you rise, you walk forward, knowing that you are not a second choice. You are the entire kingdom. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. My heart is not his to fix. Let it echo across every woman who ever doubted her worth after being treated like an option. We are here, working hard to bring you life-changing lessons, reminders of who you have always been, powerful, unforgettable, and absolutely unstoppable. Number 3. He reaches now, but only because he realized no other hands felt like yours, and no other heart stayed open after the storm. Isn't it strange how a man only feels the weight of what he lost when the silence grows too loud? How he reaches now, not because he finally became the man you deserved, but because he realized no other hands felt like yours, and no other heart stayed wide open after surviving every storm he brought. Queens, when he reaches out now, it's not out of sudden love, it's out of sudden emptiness. It's not your love he finds again, it's the space you left behind. Sometimes the bridges you refuse to cross are the same ones he now runs across, trying to find his way back to you. But beautiful soul, remember this: you were never meant to stay open for a man who closed the door on you without looking back. He didn't feel your value when you were giving him your heart freely. He only feels it now, because no other woman's embrace could ever match the safe harbor you once were. Imagine a lighthouse during a violent storm. Ships depend on it to find their way home. But if a captain steers away and believes he can sail without it, he will soon find himself lost, adrift, crashing into rocks he never saw coming. You were that lighthouse. You stood tall when the waves raged, when the winds tore at you. And while he thought he could replace your light, now he sits in the wreckage of his choices, desperate to find the warmth he once ran from. Dear lady, you are not the woman who stands in the rain waiting anymore. You are not the woman whose heart remains open for a man who didn't cherish it. No, you are the woman who became the storm itself. He reaches out because he finally sees what he can never reclaim, the love that asked for nothing and gave everything. Lovely woman, your heart was never the problem. His blindness was, and now it is time to let him feel the emptiness he created. You are no longer reachable by apologies built on regret. You are a queen now, a force that doesn't open her gates for the unworthy. Write this powerful truth in the comments and claim it. I am the storm he can never survive. We are working hard to create life-changing lessons for women like you, because you were never meant to wait for love. You were meant to reign. Number 4. If he truly valued you, Queen, he wouldn't have gambled your love like spare change in a losing game. Have you ever seen a man at a poker table playing recklessly with the last few chips he has left? He throws them into the pot without thinking, believing he can win back what he already lost. That's exactly what he did with you. He had something priceless, something rare, but he treated your love like loose change, easy to risk, easy to replace. He didn't see the value in the heart that beat only for him. And now that you've pulled your love back, now that he feels the cold emptiness his choices created, he wants to reach out, hoping you will forget the gamble he made. A man who sees gold and calls it dust deserves to live with empty hands. You were the gold. You were the treasure. But he treated you like an option, like something he could lose and easily replace. And now he feels the heavy weight of a mistake he cannot undo. Imagine a rare, beautiful violin crafted by a master's hand. It sings when touched by the right hands. It brings beauty into the world. But when someone careless tries to play it without understanding its worth, it falls silent. That is you. Your love, your loyalty, your soul. It cannot be given to just anyone, and especially not to a man who gambled it away without blinking. Dear beautiful soul, you are not a leftover prize he gets to win back when he feels lonely. You are not spare change to be tossed around when his pockets feel empty. You are a queen who deserves to be valued the first time, not after he realizes no one else compares. A queen who does not lower her crown for a man who didn't know its weight. Lovely woman, do not reply to the man who made you an option. Do not let his sudden messages fool you into believing he has changed. A man who truly values a queen never risks losing her in the first place. He made his choice. Let him live with it. Write this in the comments and claim it. I am not spare change. I am the crown he lost. Queens, if this truth spoke to your heart, if it reminded you of the power and worth you carry, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working every single day to bring you life-changing lessons, because you were never made to chase. You were made to reign. Number 5. When he had you, he treated you like a chapter he could close. Now he's learning. Your story was the whole damn book. Have you ever seen a man treat a rare masterpiece like it was just another painting on the wall? At first, he admires it. He stops and looks. But over time, he thinks he can walk away and come back whenever he pleases. He thinks it will still be there, waiting for him, unchanged, untouched. That's exactly what happened when he had you. He believed you were just another chapter, something he could close when it became too heavy, something he could skip when it demanded real effort. But what he never understood is this: you were never just a chapter. You were the entire story. And now he's realizing he can't rewrite what he so carelessly tossed aside. A man who treats treasure like dust eventually chokes on his own emptiness. He thought he could walk away, find someone else, feel the same fire, the same magic. But now, the silence he once ignored has become the loudest thing in his life. He can scroll through faces, chase empty conversations, but the depth he felt with you, it haunts him. It follows him like a shadow that no new love can erase. Imagine a man dropping a rare book into the dirt, thinking it's just another story. Years later, when he comes back, he sees it displayed behind glass, protected, admired, unreachable. That is you, lovely woman. You were the rare story, the one that made him feel alive, the one he thought he could replace, but now realizes he never can. Dear beautiful soul, you are not a chapter he can revisit when loneliness creeps in. You are not a bookmark he can flip back to when life gets cold. You are the epic he was too blind to finish. And now you live beyond his reach. Queens, hear me when I say this. He didn't lose you because you weren't enough. He lost you because he wasn't ready for the magnitude of who you are. This is your time. No more waiting by the closed doors. No more wondering if you should reply. You are the story he will regret not finishing for the rest of his life. Write this in the comments and claim it. I am not a chapter. I am the whole story. Let the world know that your heart is no longer a place for visitors. It is a kingdom reserved for a king who knows how to reign beside you. We are working hard every day to bring you the strength, the healing, and the reminders you need to walk in your power. Queens, your time is now. Number 6. He misses the woman who poured oceans into him without asking for a cup in return. Let him drown in the thirst he created. Have you ever noticed that the ones who are given everything always realize the value when the giving stops? When he reaches out, it's not because he has suddenly become wiser. It's because he feels the dryness of a world that no longer carries your waters. You once poured oceans into him with your time, your trust, your loyalty, your heart. You gave without asking for anything back, not even a drop. And now he's standing thirsty, remembering the woman who gave him everything while asking for nothing. But queens, you must hear this. The ocean never runs back to the man who tried to drink it dry. Not every hand that knocks deserves to be welcomed in again. Right now, His mind is a battlefield between ego and regret. He misses the safety he once took for granted. He misses the woman who loved him past his flaws, past his silence, past his selfishness. But it's too late for that now. Because a woman who has learned her worth does not refill a cup for a man who only knew how to empty it. Picture a river that once ran clear and strong, a river that nurtured every piece of land it touched. But when the traveler mocked it, polluted it, abandoned it, the river didn't chase. It didn't beg. It carved new paths. It grew stronger elsewhere. And the traveler? He was left wandering through deserts of his own making, haunted by the thirst he created. Dear gracious woman, you are not broken. You are the storm he could not contain. You gave your all, and now you rise without apology. The time for waiting has ended. You do not shrink. You do not explain. You do not return to a man who only realized your worth in your absence. Lovely woman, you deserve a love that waters you back, that sees your soul and protects it like a treasure. If he could not see your value when you were standing there pouring life into him, he does not deserve a second sip now that you have become the river he can never cross again. Queens, write this powerful truth in the comments and claim it. I will not refill what he drained. Let the world know you are no longer the woman who waits for recognition. You are the woman who reigns without apology. Number 7. If he really knew your worth, he wouldn't be knocking at the door he once slammed shut. He would have never left in the first place. Isn't it strange how the same hand that once slammed the door in your face now trembles to knock again? He left thinking you would wait forever. He left believing you would keep the door cracked open just in case he decided to return. But if he really knew the power that lived inside you, he would have never left in the first place. He would have held on with both hands and never dared to let go. A heart once abandoned is not a heart easily reclaimed. When a man walks away from a woman who loved him purely, deeply, fiercely, he is not just losing her. He is losing a piece of his future he will never get back. Right now, he might think he can simply knock and be welcomed back in. But, queens, you are not standing behind that door anymore. You are building empires elsewhere. Imagine a shipwrecked sailor who once abandoned a lighthouse because he thought he didn't need its light. Now, lost at sea, cold and desperate, he searches for the glow he took for granted. But the lighthouse no longer stands still. It has moved. It has risen. It now lights a kingdom far beyond his reach. That beautiful woman is you. He is not reaching out because he suddenly discovered your worth. He is reaching out because his world without you feels colder, emptier, darker. And now he is realizing that no matter how many doors he knocks on, none will open with the warmth he once found in yours. Dear lovely woman, this is not your moment to go back. This is not your moment to question if you were enough. This is your moment to stand taller than you ever have. Because if he couldn't see your value when he had you, he doesn't deserve to stand beside the woman you are becoming now. A queen does not reopen a door that was slammed shut in her face. A queen builds new doors, golden gates, palaces where only the worthy are allowed to enter. Queens, write this in the comments and claim it. I close doors that slammed against my worth. Let the world know that you are not waiting, you are not begging, you are reigning. And if this message touched your heart, if it reminded you of the royalty in your soul, like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are working with all our heart to bring you life-changing lessons, because queens like you were never made to wait. You were made to rule.